Warning, garage side door is open. Warning, garage side door is open. Wake up, wake up.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Valerie, and we're at my home. Friends ask us all the time, how do I monitor my house when I'm away from home? And do I have to get one of those services that charges me a monthly fee? Today we're going to show you how you can set up your own simple smart home monitoring system using cameras, sensors, plugs, and bulbs from Wyze, and with a little help from Alexa and IFTTT. Plus, there's no monthly fees.
Nice. So it won't be a substitute for a professional monitoring system, but it will provide basic home monitoring, as long as you're willing to be the home monitor.
So you can do almost everything we're going to show you today with the stuff that's in this Wyze Smart Home Starter Pack. So here it is. We did a full video unboxing about this last year, so we'll put a link upstairs.
Upstairs? What's upstairs?
I don't
You mean
know.
up here? Yes, we will put a link up here to the video we did last year on the unboxing of this kit.
So you can see that everything's in the kit. Now you might want to get some separate cameras and sensors and bulbs depending on the size of your house and all the different things you want to monitor.
We set up monitoring zones. We have an outside camera monitoring zone where we actually took the cameras, left them inside the house because they're not made for outdoors, and we just pointed them out the window so we could watch what's outside. Then we took and we put cameras inside the house, and we call that our inside zone to watch if someone walks in or out of a room. We also set up motion sensors both upstairs and down, and we set door sensors on the outside doors so we can sense if someone opens or closes the door.
Wyze calls those contact sensors, and we actually use those for other things as well. We have one on our refrigerator door so we can tell if we've left it open too long so the food doesn't spoil.
And I can tell you from experience, I left the refrigerator door up before we did this. So it's a really handy feature.
And the really great thing about the Wyze app is that you can set it up so no matter where the cameras are in the house, if one of those motion sensors goes off, you can set all the cameras to record automatically. So it's not just where the camera sees the motion. You can have the cameras recording if it sees motion or if one of those doors opens anywhere in the house.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, right? The whole idea that you can trigger that activity. And that's what you're going to find when you're using the Wyze app is you can set up a lot of routines to do a lot of things as a group of things because it's one integrated system.
So once we got our Wyze system and the cameras and the motion sensors all set up, we wanted to create a really simple way that we could arm and disarm the monitoring. Because after all, we don't really want all these cameras recording us when we're home walking through the different rooms.
Yeah, so what we did was we took one of the Wyze plugs and we call it the Wyze Monitor. And so if that plug is on, we say that the system is armed. And if the plug is off, we say it is disarmed. So this also allows us to set up rules when we're home or away. So we created a rule for when the monitor is on or armed. And that rule is turn on the inside cameras and turn on notifications for all the sensors in the house. The other thing we do is we actually turn on a light bulb in the living room, right? So that we know that the system had been armed.
And so when we disarm the system, all it does is it turns off all the inside cameras and all those notifications with the inside cameras so we don't get notified that we're home.
Yeah, you know, and it's the other thing to keep in mind is that the system is always watching the outside cameras. So that doesn't change, right? We never arm or disarm the outside cameras. That's the choice we made. So there are several ways to set arm and disarm. Of course, you can open up the Wyze app and you can just press the button and say Wyze plug on, and we called it the Wyze Monitor. You just say turn it on and now the system's armed, and you can turn it off and it's disarmed. So one of the other ways of controlling the thing, of course, is with the Wyze Band. I actually have one of the Wyze Bands. We have not done a review on the Wyze Band, but we did find a really useful feature which is called shortcuts. So you can press on the screen and say shortcuts, and I'll put a screenshot up here, but you have disarm monitor and arm monitor. So all I have to do is press one or the other, and I can either arm or disarm the monitor. And all it's doing is turning that Wyze plug that we called Wyze Monitor on or off. And then everything happens from there. So that's another way of being able to control it without having to open up the app on your phone.
And if you have Alexa, you can also set up a routine where you just say, Alexa, turn on Wyze Monitor, or Alexa, turn off Wyze Monitor, and Alexa will turn on or off that plug, and that will set the system to arm or disarm.
Yeah, so those are ways of doing it, right? Pretty good. It's in Alexa, I think, is the easiest of those three ways, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But there are other ways of doing it as well.
So it's great and it's really easy to be able to arm and disarm the system manually. We showed you a few ways to do that, but we figured we'd probably forget to arm the system when we're gone. So we wanted to try to find a way to make sure that we could do that automatically when we leave the house, and then when we come home, have it disarm automatically. So in order for this to happen, Wyze needs to know if we're home or not home. So we've set this up using a couple of different things. We're using IFTTT, which is if this, then that. It's a service that connects these things together. And we're also using a system called Life 360.
Yeah, the other thing is, if you don't want to use Life 360, like say there's less than one, if it's one person in the house, IFTTT actually does have a location trigger, but it's only good for one person.
Yeah,
so Life 360 allows us to do it with more than one person, like your whole household.
So Life 360 is a service that allows you to keep track of everyone's location using your iPhone. So, it's to have everyone in your household. So if you want to keep track of everybody's location, whether you're home or school or wherever, you can use Life 360. And we set it up as a household with just Mark and I. So when we have Life 360 activated, the Wyze system can know whether we're both home or at home, or if just one of us is at home.
And it's actually the trigger in using IFTTT for Life 360. So it's actually not Wyze knowing we're home or not home. It's the fact that you can set up a trigger that says, hey, if one of us is home, then disarm the system, right? And so then Wyze, we would have a rule set up where Wyze would turn off. And then the other one is you can have IFTT set up a routine that says, if both of us are gone, all right, then turn on the Wyze Monitor so that it thinks that we're away, right? And then all the rules we have set up around that can go ahead and trigger.
Right. So this is a really easy way for Wyze to know whether we're both home or not home, or if one of us is home, so we don't have the indoor cameras spying on us. And so Life 360 is a great service. They have a lot of paid services that you can pay a monthly fee for, but all of the basic services we're using here are free. Now, the one thing that we would warn you about is that in exchange for those free services, you're giving up a lot of your privacy and showing your location. So make sure that you read all of the terms of service and that you understand and you're comfortable before you sign up for it. So now that your home monitoring system is set up, you're going to get a notification whenever the system's armed, anytime that somebody goes by a motion sensor or the camera detects motion. So you're going to get a notification on your phone. So that might not be enough. You might want to know, make sure that you don't miss that notification. So you can do things like you could turn on the light. You could also plug in a radio and trigger a radio to turn on if one of those things goes off while the system's armed. You can customize this any different ways so you can really have an effective monitoring system for your home.
And keep in mind that you can use the Wyze app, you can use Alexa, and you can use IFTTT. So you have a lot of tools, and they're all free tools, to be able to really adjust your home monitoring system. So one of the things we did is we said, we go to bed at night. Well, if we're in bed and the notification happens, it's going to come on our phone, and I can guarantee you I'm not going to wake up. So what we did is we took Alexa, and we said, hey, Alexa, if you happen to see that the door opens up, like say for our example, the outside garage door, the side door, if that door opens up, not only send us a notification on our phone, of course, but in Alexa actually speaks to our Echo Show that's sitting on the nightstand.
Warning, garage side door is open. Warning, garage side door is open. Wake up, wake up.
So you can really customize this and tweak this for any, for your particular situation, and to make sure that you're notified when something happens. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways that you can customize and set up your own simple home monitoring system so you can monitor your house.
And no monthly fees.
So thanks for watching our video today. We've included more information about the products that we showed, like the Wyze Starter Kit, in the description box below. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And for more smart home stories, visit appmyhome.com. Thank you.
Thank you.